Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 11th episode of Ascent Talks and the first episode of 2023. My name is Ajit Panikar, and I am an Ascent member for almost a decade. And I lead Nova, an air conditioning company, and Pure Blue, a tech-enabled startup in the air conditioning domain. And as usual, my co-host is Aleem. How are you doing, Aleem? Happy New Year to
Good
you.
morning, Ajit. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to all our viewers. And good morning. My name is Aleem. I lead a company called Synapse. We're a creative company. And we're very happy to have you on our 11th show today.
Awesome. Too good. So, if any of you are joining us and wondering what Ascent is all about, Ascent is a not-for-profit expression of Harsh Mariwala, Chairman, Marico Limited, and his passion to identify high-potential growth stage entrepreneurs and enable them to grow their enterprise and enrich their entrepreneurial journey. Launched in 2012, Ascent today empowers more than 850 entrepreneurs across India. Ascent is designed as a unique, powerful peer-to-peer platform that leverages the power of the collective through self-facilitated groups called trust groups, which enables entrepreneurs to share and exchange experiences, ideas, insights, and create a healthy ecosystem to learn from each other. Uh, Today's event, like all events done on Friday at 11 o'clock, Ascent Talks, showcases Ascent members' stories and their interesting entrepreneurial journeys. So, Ali, let's invite our guest today who's joining us from the holy city of Varanasi.
Oh, yeah. Time later.
Go ahead.
Hi
Yes.
guys. Good morning. Namaste.
Hi, Bhagirath.
So
Hi
don't go by
everyone.
the Bholi Bhala face or Bhola Bhala face of Bhagirath Jalan, okay? Because he's the managing director of Jalan Retail. He's completed his graduation from Cardiff University, UK. He then did a course on leadership from London Cardiff University, UK. He then did a course on leadership from London School of Economics. And after completing all his studies, he worked in Future Group under the guidance of Mr. Damodar Mal for a year as a senior executive. He learned retailing trades from the retail guru Shri S.C. Mishra ji. Mr. Kishore Biani is a source of inspiration from him. And after gaining the work experience, he joined his family business of wholesaling and retailing of fabric and garments. And after joining the business, he successfully took charge of retail and opened new stores and converted existing specialty stores into department stores by introducing new categories. In July 2014, he entered into the segment of supermarkets, a complete range of FMCG and grocery products, which he has obtained a successful start and become a new feather in the cap of the Jalans. In 2016, Jalan also expanded outside Varanasi and opened a store in Pragyaraj, which is running successfully. In 2017, Jalan opened two hypermarkets in Jaunpur and Azamgarh, respectively, which have become the market leaders. In 2022, Jalan opened one hypermarket in Ghazipur, which is again another success. Currently, Jalan has 7 stores in 5 districts of Eastern UP and currently is successfully heading the retail outlets of this group. Baap re baap, itna sara.
Ali, 1 second. Tell me something. All those names you said, Jaunpur, Azamgarh, have you ever heard it
I
before?
know, I know
I
what
heard
you're
it.
going to say.
I
You must
heard
have
it
heard.
only in Mirzapur. That's
Yeah,
where I
yeah.
heard all
That's
this.
what I was going to say that you must have heard Mirzapur. We should come up with more web series actually. It's all
Jaunpur.
nearby.
Awesome.
Johnpur. Jaunpur. Anyway, so Bhagirath, tell us about your business, the nature, the scale, some clients and solutions to understand what you do better.
Yeah. So I am a third generation entrepreneur. So my late grandfather Shri Deendayal ji Jalan, he moved to Varanasi in 1970s, and he started wholesaling of fabrics. And then my father and my uncles, they joined business and they expanded the business. And my father played a very important role in it. He went to Harrods. He went to London in late 1980s, and he went to the famous store Harrods. And there he saw the whole computerization thing and all, and he brought that in back in 1991 in our business, which changed our business completely. And in 99 we started retailing. And now after family partition, me and my father, we look after the entire retail operations. So as you mentioned, like currently we have 7 stores in 5 districts, It's a hypermarket model. We sell from like आलू प्याज से लेकर के we sell sanitary ware तक हम लोग बेचते हैं. मतलब more around 70 categories we sell through our stores. And the size of the stores are very different. The biggest store is 42,000 square feet. The smallest store is 7,000 square feet. But in total, we have more than 140,000 square feet of retail space. Most of it is owned by our company. And so that's our motto. Like retailing is the future that we see for our business. And my uncles now look after the wholesale business. In wholesale also, we are one of the leading garment and fabric wholesalers in the country. So this is a kind of little background of my company.
Bhagirath, you've just gone live and you've already got fan following happening. You got people telling you that I want to get in touch with you. Varanasi is rockstar. Prime Minister ka constituency hai. Anybody from Varanasi we want to connect with.
My boss in Future Group, Mr. Damodar Mal, he used to say that no publicity is bad publicity. So because of Modi ji, we get good publicity all around these days.
And 42,000 square feet is like half of Bombay, yeah?
but yeah, Bhagirath, tell us something. You've learned abroad. You've seen the world. You're third generation into the business. E-commerce is what's caught up, right? Online business. And it's always being said that the tier 2, tier 3 cities are going to go through a leapfrog, and they're going to get onto the e-commerce platform much faster and much earlier because they would never had access to a lot of the stuff. So how do you see these growth opportunities coming around in this industry, in the whole retail segment, especially in small towns or small cities like the one which you're from, which are the upcoming cities? So do you really think the retail has got that growth opportunities, or is it just online? How's it going to be? Give us a little feel of how do you look at it?
Yeah, so there's a famous saying by Amitabh Bachchan. एक बार उनको एक इवेंट में पीछे बैठा दिया था, तो उनको बोला कि आपको बुरा लगा कि आपको पीछे बैठाया. तो उन्होंने बोला कि नहीं, मेरे पिताजी बोलते थे कि मुझे पीछे ही बैठाना कहीं भी, क्योंकि फिर कोई उठाएगा तो आगे ही बैठाएगा. तो अभी क्या है कि सेकंड और थर्ड जनरेशन, ये जो सेकंड और थर्ड टायर सिटीज है ना, अभी इनका ग्रोथ का अपॉर्चुनिटी काफ़ी है, व्हाट आई फील, बिकॉज आई हैव लिव्ड इन बॉम्बे ऑल्सो, आई हैव स्टडीड अब्रॉड ऑल्सो, एंड आई सी कि बाकी मेट्रो सिटीज़ कहीं ना कहीं बहुत ज़्यादा सैचुरेटेड हो गए हैं. But if we talk about B cities like Varanasi and cities which I was mentioning, Jaunpur, Ghazipur, all these are developing a lot. And if you see the latest, like we always say, figure speaks louder than words. So UP Bihar collectively has a population of 35 crores in 2021, which is more than America now. So only China and UP Bihar collectively has more population. Only India and China has more population than that. So because of the population and aspiration level of people living in these cities, and income level increasing, the infrastructure improving, I see a very bright future for retail industry. Service industry as a whole, I feel, will grow in like double digits for at least next 2 decades in these cities. And talking about online, definitely, like I see top 10 retailers of the world every year in the Forbes list. And earlier there was not a single online retailer present there 5 years back, but now there are 2. So definitely it is a growing sector. But in India, still I feel it's a long way to go. Companies are not making money in this. And being a regional player, having my own capital into it, I will definitely not vouch for it currently. But it is a growing segment. We have to look for it in the future. But currently we are more focused on brick and mortar. We have an online portal, but we don't focus much on it. And we don't give cash on delivery because around 25% of the goods are returned, and which leads to losses. So we don't want to make losses. So we are looking it as an opportunity, but not in the near future.
So Bhagirath, to adapt to such a dynamic industry, what kind of changes? What is the USP of your stores? What kind of marketing stuff do you do to kind of get these things? I'm curious to know, because I am from some part of this industry, so I'm very curious to know how these, like you said, these two-tier cities are working.
Yeah. So talking about Jalans, our company, we have two USPs. First, we try to sell cheaper than the market. We operate on very low margins. We believe in uh, good stock rotations. Like in apparels, you won't believe that in department store format, we do 10 rotations in a year. If you talk to a national chain, they do 2 to 3 rotations, maybe 4 rotations. So that is one of our strengths. And in supermarket, we do around 18 rotations. So first is we try to sell at cheaper prices than our competitors. Second, we have all the categories present under one roof. If a customer comes to our store, as I mentioned, that from aloo pyaj से लेकर के they will get till sanitary wear. Like they can also, like my daughter, when we started sanitary wear, my daughter when she went visited one of our stores, so दौड़ के उसने वो सेक्शन में हो गई, फिर बोलती है पापा आप कमोड भी बेचने लग गए. So that kind of fascination customers also get when they see such huge variety of categories under one roof.
Amazing, yeah, too good. But tell me something, Bhagirath. You are third generation into the business, and you are completely clued on into the industry, to the market. You worked in urban cities, studied abroad. Now you're going back as a third generation entrepreneur, and you want to bring about changes out there, right? And no way that's easy. We all know we are in business. When you're in family businesses, nowhere is going to be easy. How do you handle that? Yeah, I mean, your grandfather has built a business. And your father has taken it to the next level. It's a well-known name, and you know how small cities are. When you built a business, you're known. Literally, घर घर का नाम होता है. And then now suddenly you want to change it and bring about all those things to looking at 10 years from now. Share with us, what are the difficulties that you find in transforming a business as a third generation entrepreneur?
Yeah, so first 1.5 2 years were a little difficult because like my father is a very open-minded person. So he was always ready to accept any change what I wanted to bring. But my grandfather was not an easy person to convince. And earlier it was a specialty store, fabrics and garment store. We were only selling kapda, nothing else. And I wanted to, and now I'm saying we are selling 70 categories. So that was the most difficult part. So my grandfather was saying कि कुछ हम जो हमारा एक्सपर्टीज नहीं है उसमें हमारी बेइज्जती हो जाएगी अगर हम लोग उसको चालू करेंगे तो. इफ़ यू आर नॉट एबल टू डू इट इन अ राइट वे तो जो ऑलरेडी है वो भी खराब हो जाएगा. So I convinced him. I said we will start with watches, and he's very fond of Tata Group. So Titan as a company, I started with that, and I said कि चलो Tata Group से तो हम लोग कर सकते हैं ना start. And then we started that. It was a success. Then I slowly convinced him कि we should sell footwear because कपड़े में तो आप जितना भी range है हम सारा रखते ही हैं. But everyone who is coming to our store is wearing footwear. So if we sell footwear also from the same outlet, we'll get additional sales and it will not reduce our sale in any way of apparels also. Like this, we slowly started adding categories. After 3-4 categories, he was so happy that he said, now whatever you want to add, you add, you don't ask me.
जा बेटा जी ले अपनी जिंदगी कर ले types.
Yes. So as I say कि money
फिर वो
talks.
कमोड बेचने लग गया.
मतलब he told me तुझे जो करना है कर ले. So Bhagirath has a very simple policy. जो मेरे कस्टमर के वॉक इन है ना उसको क्या क्या जरूरत है सब रखो यार. Amazing.
That reminds me of this, this very nice book called CEO Factory. I don't know how many of you have read it, but it's the HUL ka CEO speaking in that book, and he says his wife was asked in a party that does your husband still sell soaps? So he said, जब तक लोग ना रहे, तब तक I'll sell soaps.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. But Bhagirath, we hear a lot of stuff happening in UP, a lot of transformational stuff. Of course, for us all here, say ads. Sometimes you feel this is more like a campaign. Is it got to do more political? But in reality, but you're at ground zero. You live there. You've been there for so many years. For all our viewers and for all of us, is UP going through a transition? Do you see a state that is going to actually be a game changer under this leadership? And how do you see that? And what are the big changes? Or is it just all marketing, political in nature?
No, definitely it's not only marketing, because see, as I told you, we have opened stores in nearby districts, and I'm telling you, 5-6 years back, if we would have opened these stores, वहां पे पहुंचने तक में ही हमारी कमर में दर्द होने लगता था. इतनी रोड्स खराब थी यूपी की. They were all single lanes roads, trucks coming from the front area and all. Like, it was so dangerous, these roads. But now these are all 6-lane, 8 lanes roads, and currently the Purvanchal Expressway, the road is so good. It is as good as any European standard road, and we reach Lucknow in 4 hours now. And all my stores I can visit in 1.5 hours and come back also same day. It's so easy. As an entrepreneur, I feel so blessed that at this point of the time, I feel it is the perfect time to expand, because the infrastructure is so good. There is a positive vibes all around, and I think to feel good is very important in order to a sector to grow, a business to grow, a city to grow. So I think it's going very well right now. It's not only marketing, and there is a saying that justice should not only be given; it should appear to be given. So development is happening, but people should know also that development is happening. So the marketing part is also good. I feel it's good.
We can't reach
Amazing.
from Andheri to PKC in 1.5 hours.
I know. But Aleem, I was always, to one of my mentors when I was talking about, and he used to tell me that he's saying, listen, your next competitor or disruptor is not going to come from your neighborhood. It's going to come from a smaller town. And this is exactly what he's saying. It's that your next big guys are going to come from there. So this is awesome. Too good.
I agree. I tell my daughter the same thing, that your competition is not coming from your peers. It's coming from who you're not watching at this point of time. So be aware and work harder, because those guys are more determined to get that done. Okay. Bhagirath, can you tell us what challenges you have faced? I mean, this sounds like a nice story, but what are the challenges you face? And what is it that this industry brings in terms of roadblocks?
Yeah. So the biggest challenge, I think there are 3 challenges that I face. First challenge we have kind of overcome was to find the right partners to expand the categories, because all the 70 categories that we deal, we are not buying everything directly. Like, we have partnered with the experts in the particular categories, and that was a win-win for everyone. And second challenge was like, earlier we were a single city operation. Now it's a multiple city operation, and it's not easy because we are not present at the time of opening of the store, closing of store. Some amount of inefficiency has also come up in the company. Some amount of corruption has also entered, but I know it is part of the game. But the biggest challenge is to keep motivating all our people. Like, when we were having only 1 and 2 stores, I used to meet my team on a regular basis. I used to know everyone by name, but now sometimes I don't meet them so often. And still, to keep motivating them, keep working, so that they keep working hard like this. So I think the biggest challenge is to maintain their motivation level, and also maintain the control mechanism in the company while growing the business, achieving our targets. And the last challenge is in retail, the biggest challenge is that your competitors can copy you very easily, because they can enter your store anytime they want to. It's not like a factory that they have to pass through someone. And so we have to, like, being the pioneer and market leader, biggest retailer in Eastern UP, we always feel that competition, because everyone is copying us, looking up to us. So that's a challenge. But as you said, it's a very enterprising sector. We enjoy a lot. It has been like 14 years since I've joined my business, family business, and it feels like it's just 14 months that I've joined the business.
Wow.
ये सिंधु को पेटीएम कर दिया लगता है आज. Thank you for
कर
your
दिया,
comment,
कर दिया.
Sindhu.
Yeah.
We're reading all of
You're a
them.
big follower.
Yeah.
So Bhagirath, tell us about your Ascent journey. I mean, you've been an Ascent member, and what's your Ascent journey?
Yeah, so I'll tell you from the start. Uh, my consultant, Mr. S.C. Mishra, he is very fond of Mr. Harsh Mariwala. So he told me that before the book came, उसके पहले उन्होंने मुझे स्टोरी बताया था कि एक हीरो है अपना हिंदुस्तान में, हर्ष मारीवाला, जिसने जो कि हिंदुस्तान लिवर जिसका ब्रांड खरीदना चाहता था, उसने बाद में वही ब्रांड खरीदा. तो he was fascinated about that. And I listened to Mr. Mariwala back in 2017, I think, one of the retail forums. There he was talking about Ascent. So that day only I applied to it, but that time they were only having, I think, Mumbai chapter. So I could not enroll in it. And in 2020, Ascent contacted me. So I joined immediately because I really respect Mr. Mishra a lot. He's my mentor. And he strongly suggested कि anything related to Mr. Mariwala, you should join it. It will be good only.
Wow.
And I can vouch for it now after being a member for 2.5 years now, that it's a fantastic organization, and I'm learning a lot from it. And I have a fantastic trust group. And since it's the first All India chapter, I have members from Hubli, Indore, Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai, from all the cities. So it's fun.
Wow.
Amazing. Yeah, too good. Yeah, and in fact, you are the first member from Varanasi, right?
Yeah. Yes.
That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, I think when we all realized that we have a member from Varanasi, we were all excited. Well, yeah, this is too good, man. It is fantastic.
And you won't believe I have given you a member from Mirzapur as well now.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, all these guys are now coming in. Too good, man.
I hope he doesn't deal in guns or something like that. That is so biased. That's very bad of me. So, Bhagirath, I'm not going to ask you about your personal hobbies because we normally do. But I know because when I googled your picture to put up for the promo, I saw that Bhagirath the singer. So we are going to trouble you today. We are going to ask you for our viewers. For the first time, we're going to have Ascent Talks with Ajit and Aleem and Bhagirath, which is a musical today. So come
Yeah,
on.
go for it, man. So,
One song.
so Aleem and me are going to mute, and the show is all yours. And let's show to the whole world that we are not just guys who build businesses and make money, but we also have an artistic side to ourselves. So over to you, Bhagirath. Go for it.
Guys, no excuse, but today I have a bad throat, so bear with me. And so I'll sing a song which is very dear to me. Life is given just, it's like you should enjoy the life. You get only one life, तो पूरा enjoy करना चाहिए उसे. हमको मिली है आज ये घड़ियां नसीब से, हमको मिली है आज ये घड़ियां नसीब से, जी भर के देख लीजिए हमको करीब से, फिर आपके नसीब में ये रात हो न हो, शायद फिर इस जन्म मुलाकात हो न हो, लग जा गले के फिर ये हंसी रात हो न हो, शायद फिर इस जन्म में मुलाकात हो न हो, लग जा गले से. Thank you guys.
That is
amazing.
amazing, dude. Absolutely
Amazing.
fantastic. So tell us about
Correct.
little about your singing career as such. I mean, how did all you discover this, and did you get professional? How do you take time out to do all this from your regular day-to-day work, or is it because you're in Varanasi you have time on your hand?
Little.
Before you answer that, if anybody's watching this show live, please say something, yaar. I mean, say something about that beautiful
Yeah,
song that he sang. And एक महान आदमी ने
absolutely.
मुझे कहा था कि प्रशंसा की तीर कभी खाली नहीं जाती है.
Fresh out of Varanasi, fresh out of Varanasi.
वो कहते तेरा तुझको ही अर्पण कर दिया.
Thank you, Priti, thank you, Rajika. So nice to hear from you guys. And appreciate this fantastic moment.
Yeah,
Yes.
but do tell us about this little journey of yours here, and how do you actually pursue
Yeah.
it? In spite of actually the challenges you have in business, and you kept pursuing it. You must share that. Yeah.
Yeah, so a little bit of everything actually. What you said कि हाँ बनारस में है तो you get time. वैसे I was in Mumbai also ना, then also I learned for that 1 year also I was learning music. So it has become an inevitable part of my life now. But I started learning when I was like 17 years old. My father heard me humming. Our Guru Puji Murari Bapu is very fond of singing music. So he always encourages people around him to indulge in it. And so my Guruji, Pandit Channulalji Mishra, he's a Padma Vibhushan, Pandit Channulalji Mishra. I learned from him for past 21 years now. And constantly, 3 days a week, I go to his place and learn from him. And अब जब तक गुरुजी हैं तब तक he is 86 now. So I have decided कि at least जब तक गुरुजी हैं तब तक तो continue रखना ही है. बाकी and GD बिरला ने कहा था it is only the busy people who can find some time. So I really make sure that I keep learning. It's an inevitable part of my life. And I think Mr. Mariwala recommended that book, Grit. And in that, Angela Duckworth mentioned that in the extracurricular activity, you are enjoying also and you are alert also at the same time. So it helps you in your professional life also, both personal and professional life.
I mean, this guy is from the holy city, man. He is completely from the holy city. You can
I
hear it
don't
from
think
whatever
pushing
he
this
says.
show anymore, यार. मैं सोच रहा हूँ अजीत और भगीरथ कर दो यार.
Amazing. So that's it, guys. So, Bhagirath, we just have about 2 minutes. We to our 30 minutes. But trust me, this has been a fantastic episode. This is the 11th week Kaleem and me are doing it. It's fully energizing. I mean, I think my mood itself has changed just talking to you.
Really,
And it's been
really.
just
11 को
fantastic.
Same
सपोर्ट हो
here,
गया.
guys. Same here. Same. Talking to you guys, you're so positive, always smiling. Thanks. Same. Same here.
Thank
So
you.
thank you very much for joining us and taking time out to be with us and sharing your thoughts and being so frank. And thank you for that wonderful song. It's the first time that's happened here, and I'm sure lots of people
My
will
pleasure.
actually
Thank
talk
you.
about it. Thank you very much, Bhagirath. We will be in touch with you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
See you. Bye.
What an awesome session. Yes,
Beautiful.
fabulous
I got
time. All
goosebumps,
right.
yeah. Shit.
Absolutely, man. He's too good. I've known him from the time he's actually joined, and he doesn't fail to surprise you. He's too good. It's fabulous. So, guys, yeah. So it's time to actually wind up, and we just have about a minute to go. So we're at the end of the show, and what you can do is now like us, follow us on that LinkedIn page, share, and every Friday we'll come up with a new story at 11 a.m. Like today, it'll inspire you and keep you going for the next 1 week. But if you believe that the next decade, like how Bhagirath says, it's all happening in India, and you want to be part of that story and the growth story, then you must visit ascentfoundation.in and apply for membership. Note, a disclaimer every time I say this is not like a membership that you just pay and you get it free. So Ascent team will get in touch with you, they'll evaluate you, and if you're truly growth ready, then we would be happy to have you in our cohort. So that's it for today, and we're going to see you next Friday at 11 a.m. with an absolutely new story. What do you say, Alim? Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And looking forward to the next episode. And please follow, like, share, send us your nice comments. And Spotify is after already calling me because they're like, we want to start a musical on your show. So I can't handle this famous
Yeah.
too much.
Absolutely. If you don't have time to watch us on that YouTube or on LinkedIn, we are also on the podcast. Go to Spotify, Amazon Music, I don't know, we've lost track of all that, but just search us, you will get us, man. And that's how it is. So great to have you all with us. Thank you so much. Do share this link with your friends, and we will see you next week. And do go to ascentfoundation.in. See you. Bye bye. Have a great week ahead.